People of the internet! Sean Diddy Combs arrested in New York City. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any video footage or anything just yet. Of course, C Complex has covered it as well too. Diddy has been taken into federal custody at the FBI field office in Manhattan, according to TMZ. That seems to be the situation. So yeah, folks. I'll share my take on that real quick. And of course, I think I covered this before as well too. All things done in the dark do indeed come to the light. It's unfortunate, man, because again, I spoke on this before as well too in the previous stream where I was saying, man, it hurts when you find out that artists that you look up to, whose music you love, do things outside of the music that you don't condone. I, of course, did admit, though, that I think we should be able to separate the art from the artist. I was asking if if you are somebody who listens to music, you find out your favorite artist does something that you don't condone, do you go back into your playlist and remove those songs from your playlist? I was saying that I do not. I still listen to music. There's songs that are featuring Puff. What's the one song? Last night, couldn't even get an answer. Shout out to Keisha Cole. I still listen to that song. That song is on my playlist. Nas featuring P. Diddy. You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. The song sounds too good in the car and in the gym while you're working out for me to remove from my playlist. So I personally, of course, am able to separate the art from the artist. As I said, of course, you can play a song and be a fan of the music, but agree that the person is indeed not the best person. So it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Again, these are all people that you may or may not. I'll speak for myself. I did at one time look up to these people, man. They were pivotal in the hip hop culture, the music we still enjoy to this day. But I'm never gonna condone putting your hands on a woman, ever. I'm never gonna condone all the other allegations. Of course, at first there were other allegations. Of course, this and the other. I guess now things are taken a little bit more seriously. Of course, there were conversations about, I think there were, allegations of them saying maybe he was going to flee the country and run away because he knew what was coming down the pipeline, yada, yada, yada. We had Cat Williams, who foreshadowed kind of all of this, man, and, other people, the likes of those people as well, too. Of course, people that are in that industry and maybe be familiar with these people, as opposed to us who are more so on the outskirts. Maybe a lot of people already knew this day was coming. Maybe a lot of people know the actual Puff behind the scenes, the version of Puff that we don't know. I think a lot of people are maybe not shocked by this news. So it does look like he is indeed in custody. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, I do believe in justice, even for myself. I believe right is right, wrong is wrong. People can rebuttal and say, oh, right is subjective, wrong is subjective, but sometimes there's no gray area in right or wrong. Wrong is wrong. Even just some certain interviews and certain things that I've seen, of course, that involve Mr. Combs made me honestly question his character, made me question the type of person that he may be behind the scenes. I will admit that. So when you hear these stories and you have video footage to back it, that, hey, this person may indeed be an asshole or not the best person in the world, all you could really do is hopefully let the justice actually prevail. We've seen times when the law and the justice system has done the right thing, and we've seen times and situations where the Justice Department has done the wrong thing. So in this situation, I'm not losing any sleep over it. I do believe everybody, not just Puff, not just these celebrities, from the celebrities to the politicians down to the everyday Joe Schmo on the street, I think we all have to be accountable for the things that we are consciously doing that are not pleasing in the sight of God, as they say, right? Things that are not pleasing in the sight of God, we must be held accountable for in this life or the next. Of course, if you're somebody who believes in the afterlife as myself and a day of judgment as myself, we're all going to have to answer for it. Even if you think you're getting away with something now, some type of crime or some type of, atrocity done to a fellow human or just to anybody or just any type of crooked way. You might think you're scot-free now, but in my personal belief, we're all going to have to answer for our actions that we've done in this life, folks. I do believe in judgment. I do believe in what is called Judgment Day. I do believe in being held accountable for the things we did and did not do. Did we turn a blind eye when we should have done the right thing? Did we lie, steal, kill, cheat, slander, knowing that our conscience told us that that wasn't the right thing to do? Yeah, we all make mistakes. I get it. Out of pure ignorance, of course. I'll be a fool to say I've never made any mistakes out of just pure ignorance, but you never see me doing any atrocities, right? And again, there's no thing. Good is good, bad is bad. I guess there's levels, I guess you can maybe say, but it's always tricky and it's scary as well, too, when people present themselves as one thing, smiles, and the man of people. Wasn't Puff calling himself Love at one point? Sean Love Combs, or whatever the case is. And at times you usually see him, claiming to be for the people and, oh, I'm this, I'm that. All to find out that your true character at heart behind closed doors is not one that many people would look up to. So it's unfortunate. It is. Of course, this news looks like it just broke. I am seeing people on Twitter rejoicing. But again, I believe in justice, folks. I believe, hey, man, do the crime, do the time. If you know you want no business with jail, don't do things that can get you locked up. I've said that before as well, too. It always baffles me when you see people crying, oh, I didn't mean to, oh, what about my family? I got kids, man, please, judge, please. Why are you crying now? But you didn't feel this way. You didn't consider your children when you were doing the acts. You're considering them now that you've been caught? I hate when people do that. Criminals, when they've been caught and they're facing the judge, waiting for the life sentence, they either faint, collapse, they fall out, they start crying, oh, nah, please, please, man. But, bro, you murdered the whole family. Of course, I'm not speaking to Puff, but bro, you were out here doing X, Y, and Z. Why are you crying now? Why are you pleading to the judge, oh, but I have kids, I'm a father, I just want to see my daughter. My wife's about to have a kid, please, judge, don't lock me up for life, man. My wife's about to have children. I got kids at home that I want to take to school. I got a sick parent. Why didn't you consider these things when you were doing the act? It always baffles me, bro, when people do that. You don't consider that. You weren't considering your kids when you were out there doing God knows whatever you were doing, but you're considering it now that you've been caught and the life is getting ready to throw the book at you. The judge is getting ready to throw the book at you. The judge is getting ready to throw you under the jail, as they say. All your evil is coming to light, and now you're crying and saying, oh, no, but wait. I got kids. I got to see my kids. Oh, nah, bro. Why didn't you consider that when you was in the thick of it? You should have been considering that when you was doing what you was doing. And again, I'm not specifically talking to Puff, but I'm talking to, I guess Puff and the people that come from that cloth that are committed in doing just evil and wrongdoings to other human beings, bro. Come on, bro. Take all things into consideration. Consider the fact that, hey, I might get caught doing what I'm doing right now. Is it worth it? Hey, man, if I'm going to slide, what did they say? We about to slide on the ops. You see the ops, this culture right now, the music and the movies. Oh, man, we about to slide. And then you get caught sliding. And now all of a sudden it's tears. Or you go to slide, you go to get that revenge, you go to get that retaliation, and you're met with a force that you didn't even consider. Not knowing you were riding out, you get ready to slide, and the person was good and ready for you to come slide, and you didn't like the result once you arrived on the side of the scene. You didn't take that into consideration, and now you're into some situation that you didn't even account for. Take these things into consideration, folks. Even if it's for your own soul in this afterlife. Again, assuming you believe in the afterlife, assuming you believe in Judgment Day. Take these things into consideration. Nobody's ever going to go scot-free, bro. You might think, again, that you're getting away with it, or I was able to pull one off. Ask the Lord ask the good man above, man, for forgiveness. And actually change your ways. There should be change in your character as well, too. Worthy of that forgiveness. That are my thoughts, folks. Just want to hear yours down in the comment section. What do you make of it, man? Are you a fan of Puff? I think it's safe to say we're all maybe a little bit disappointed. Some folks maybe just never liked him at all. Again, some people maybe, of course, within that industry, maybe know him a little bit more than us, just the regular folks on the outside looking in. But I think we could all agree that it's just unfortunate, again, just to tarnish a legacy that you've built over these years, man. A pivotal moment. None of us can deny that Puff was a pivotal moment in our culture, hip-hop culture in general, black culture. Puff was a One would argue a legendary character within this hip hop scene, man. And again, I'm still a fan of the music, but it does tarnish the joy and the sweetness of the music now when knowing the artist behind the art wasn't necessarily a person that we would want to admire or look up to. That's my thoughts, folks. I want to hear yours down in the comment section below. As always, the likes, the comments, the subscribes are all greatly appreciated. I will catch you on the next one.